Welcome back everybody. Here I'm just going to teach you some more things. I just opened the Notepad++ and here I'm just going to the details.php. Before we just actually make the edit link, I'm just going to the access button, and here in this page I just want to add the access link. Okay, so here I just want to add the access button. I just want to add the access here, okay, at that place or there, maybe, no matter. I'm just going to the Notepad++ and simply just typing here in the Jumbotron the edit button. Okay, so I'm just saving that and just adding another a href. Not a bad spelling, by the way. And here I'm just covering the mistake. Okay, now here what I'm just typing edit. Okay, now just go here and just mention the same page. Okay, or I think the preferred thing is the new form.php. Save that. Now what will happen if I just click on edit button? I'm just going to the browser to check the result. If I just refresh that and I just click on the edit button, now I am inside the new form.php. Okay, now just adding something like class of bdn, which belongs to the bootstrap, and here I'm just adding another space and just typing bdn and the warning. Okay, save that and just check that. Refresh. Now this is the edit button. Really simple. What I'm just going to do here, I am just simply saving that, and actually here, or I think the preferred thing is I'm just cutting the Jumbotron as well, because here I have to use the ID for deleting, okay, for creating, okay, for actually updating, which is actually called editing as well, and the simple selecting. So I'm just cutting this Jumbotron, okay, and just simply pasting this Jumbotron inside the echo. Okay, it doesn't matter that we have just pasted the Jumbotron because this is looking perfect still. Just simply save that and go to the browser to check the result. Now refresh that. Now nothing new has happened here. As you know that we're just getting only one result in this raw in this while loop, so this is perfect. But here I'm just adding the ID as well, so I can add this get ID, or I can directly add the raws by using the raws. So I'm just adding a question sign, means I just want to create a new variable here. I'm just typing edit ID equals to, now what is the ID? I'm just using, I can use both. Okay, I can use the get, okay, or I can use the directly by using the raws. Okay, I have two choices. I'm just using the raws ID. Okay, it means I'm just getting the ID from the database. Really simple to understand. Now just save that. If I just go to the browser and refresh that, now in this way, if I just click on edit button, now I'm in the new form page, but here in the edit ID, actually I have the edit ID 2 here. Okay, everything is perfect now. So what I'm just going to do more there, I'm just adding some more things inside the button, or actually not inside the button, after the button, just simply, or I think that is perfect. No need to type any other thing because here we just mentioned the name. By the way, I just thought that I should add the name or any other thing. Well, I can add that. If it will look good, then no matter. So I'm just adding the link here, actually not link, the name here, name. Save that and go to the browser, refresh that. Now edit Shazab Kamal. Okay, that is the thing which I just want, and in this way I'm just getting the big sized button. So now what I'm just going to do more, I'm just simply going to the new form.php, and here in this page what I'm just doing, just simply opening the if else anywhere. I'm just opening the if else here after the doc.html. okay, now and then what I'm just going to do is actually adding the include link. Okay, I'm just including the includes slash the spelling mistakes, okay, slash db.php. okay, adding the db.php, it means the database is really important if you just want to get any result from the database. So by the way, what I'm just going to do here, let's just simply call the if else, and inside this I'm just typing if is set. Okay, not in the variables way, in a simple function way. I'm just adding something, get edit ID. Okay, so where is the edit ID? You know that if I just go to the index.php, oh sorry, not index, the detail.php, here I'm just sending the edit ID, which actually the ID of the row. Okay, let's just save that and go to the new form back, and here I'm just typing if I got the edit ID, then what will happen? I'm just typing all the things. First the name, I'm just typing name, okay, and space and is equals to, and here I'm just adding post, and inside the post I'm just typing the name. Okay, actually there is a wrong thing I just did. Before that I have to add the while as well. Okay, I just forgot to do that, by the way. So here, again I just forgot one more thing, by the way. Edit SQL. Before you know that before running the while we have to create the query. So I'm just creating the query here. The select all from comments, okay, where the ID equals to $get edit ID. That is perfect. And then here obviously you know that we have to run the query. So how to run the query? Simply add a space and type run SQL and is equals to an MySQLi query. Okay, that is perfect. And then inside that I'm just adding the CONN and adding the $edit SQL, and after that I'm just going to the while area, and here I'm just typing rows. Okay, here I'm just adding is equals to and just typing MySQLi fetch a sock, and then this is a function you know to run any raw fetch fetching any raw or any any raw from the database or multiple rows. Just simply type run SQL. Okay, save that, and here I'm adding another things. I'm just typing echo, sorry, not echo, now the name. Okay, so I just got the comments table, and I'm inside the comments table, and which ID I just selected, which actually has the edit ID. Okay, which actually in the matching of edit ID. So for example 10, 2, or 1 or any other. So here name I'm just typing $rows, and here I'm just typing simply the name, and this name is coming from the database. Okay, so I'm just creating a raw name, and I'm just adding that name with the name raw. Okay, then pressing an enter and simply typing another thing. The after the name, what is this? Actually the email address. So email address, I'm just going to the browser and checking about that. Here email address is actually directly the email address in the database. So I'm just typing here email. I can type anything here because here I'm not actually adding the database thing, but here now inside the rows I'm adding the database thing, the email address. Okay, that is perfect. And then the next thing is after the email, the subject, the gender, and the subject and gender. We'll talk about the skills later on. Okay, so subject, gender, and the country. So come here and add the subject, and obviously you know that rows, and here inside this just type subject and then cover this and type gender and just cover that $rows, and here I'm just typing the gender. Okay, now next is the after the skills, the country and the comment. So come here back, and here I'm just typing the country and is equals to, and here I'm just typing the $rows and then the country. Okay, this way I'll get the country, and then the comments. Here inside that I'm just typing the comments which I'm just getting from the database. Okay, you know that we are just editing the thing. It means the data is already stored in the database, by the way. Now the other thing which I just have to do, for example, I have to add the else of this if. Okay, here I'm just adding the else, and what should be inside this else? all these variables. Okay, but the problem is that when I just didn't click, or actually we didn't get the edit ID, then how we can get all these things? You know that they are coming from the database, and when we get the ID and ID is setted, then we are running the while loop. So here I'm not running the while loop, so how I can directly add the rows? So I'm not getting the rows, actually I'm just simply getting the empty variables. Now that is perfect, looking perfect, working in a perfect way. The last thing is this. So by the way, what I'm just going to do, I'm just adding the value, okay, with every input field. Here I'm just typing the value attribute. Okay, I can add the value attribute anywhere in the tag. So here I'm just typing the value. What is the value I'm just putting? I'm just adding the PHP echo and dollar the name, okay, inside the name. This is really simple what I'm just teaching you. Inside the attribute value, we are just adding the name with this value. For example, now the logic is really simple. For example, there is something inside the variable, the raw name. Okay, in this way we will get the value of name, or if the name, or if just we didn't click on edit ID, or we didn't set the edit ID with the URL, that means we are just adding the empty value. That means nothing. Really simple and really easy to understand. I'm just copying this value attribute and just pasting that here in the email address, and here I'm just updating the variable only in this way, and just adding the same thing with the subject, and here I'm just typing the subject. Okay, just doing the same with the, okay, this is a little bit harder to do the same with the select attributes or select tags. Actually I'll do this, but right now I'm just going to the comments area. How to add the thing in the comment? Just add the, there isn't any need of the value attribute, because we have to add any text. If you just want to add any value, we have to add anything inside the text area. We can't add as a value. So here I'm just directly adding the comments inside the text area. Let's just save this, go to the browser and simply refresh that. Okay, click on edit with Shazib Kamal, and I'm just sending the, okay, first of all the Shazib Kamal the name, and I'm looking for a job, and actually I'm not getting the comments here. You can see that there is some kind of error I'm getting, and there's some kind of error I'm getting. So in line number 49, actually they are just telling us that I just made something wrong there in line number 49, the email. Okay, I just typed email address and I just mentioned the email only there, so that should be corrected. And then the second thing is, actually I just typed comment, I just typed comments, okay, with S. But if I just go to the browser, then what is here? Here is comments as well. So what is the problem? Okay, I just typed simply comment, not comments. I have to add the S as well, and just have to remove this double quotes. Now save that, refresh that back. Now I'm just getting the perfect thing, the email address and all the things. Okay, so now I just corrected all the things, but the thing is that how to get the countries, or how to get the select tags. This is another typical question. I'll teach you that in next class, about how to manage the select tags and how to manage the skills. It means the checkboxes. We'll learn some things in next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.